A few weeks ago, I did a video on this, the stratigraphic or geologic column. Now this is a pictorial representation of something that happens out in nature. If you recall, it's like when you drive down a road and that cuts through the side of a mountain or a hill, and you look to the side on the cliff and you'll see bands and bands of rock, one stacked on top of the other. Well, according to some scientists, they believe that those bands of rock took millions of years to form, and each one of those bands represents a period or an epoch of time. And all through those bands and all in that rock are found fossils. Now, the only place where the geologic or stratigraphic column is found in such pristine and organized fashion is here in textbooks. And the way they have it lined out is that down here at the base, these are the simpler animals and the oldest animals, and they grow progressively younger and more complex. Now, first of all, in the millions and millions of years that animals are supposed to have existed, shouldn't there be at least one animal showing transition from one kind of an animal to another, as the theory of evolution purports? And also, in the hundreds of years that we've been collecting fossils and the millions of fossils we have on record, none of them show that. Not even one. But here's another interesting thing. Down here at the bottom, the base layer of those rocks is called the Cambrian period. And before the Cambrian period, there are very few, if any, fossils. And then at the Cambrian period, there's an explosion of all kinds of fossils of animals. So they even call it the Cambrian explosion. Now, if these represent millions and millions of years, should there not be animals before the Cambrian period leading up to the Cambrian period, and yet there are little or none? Or is this a true representation of a time scale? Could there be another explanation for the geologic column? Stay tuned for later videos and we'll go into that. And in the meantime, click the link.